Ladies and gentlemen, for the 899th time, it is the Mason and Friends Show, featuring that dude called the Jew Unit.
What's up, bitches?
Me, I am Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show. What's happening, y'all? We stands Big Mike. He's out there on a little road trip to watch his Carolina Panthers lose, as he would say. Hopefully they don't lose for his sake. I hope he has a nice... What is it? It's Mike's birthday, isn't it?
I think Mike's birthday's on Kamala Day.
Oh, okay. Let's try not to call it that.
Well, what are you gonna call it?
Hopefully not Kamala Day.
Well, good luck. All I'm hoping for is that Trump's still alive 4 years from now.
Nah.
JFK fucking for presidency.
He needs to win over Kamala.
I don't think it will, but
I'm not sure if he will either, but I think that.
But I'm saying and then next year he'll be too old to run, or next 4 years he'll be too old to run. So hopefully he'll just fucking fund fucking.
Yeah, I mean I don't want him to run again, regardless of if he loses.
I don't think it will be 90 something then, won't he?
Nah.
How old is he now? 80.
It's like what, 80, something like that. I don't know. He's old.
He's young 80, older upper 70s, young 80 or something.
Well, he's certainly a younger 80 than.
Either way, he's gonna be about 85ish by the time that we're next 4 years
too
come
old.
around.
There should be age limits anyway.
Yeah. So I'm thinking he should just fund somebody else who can talk right. But you know, I have a feeling she'll be the first non-black black president and first of everything.
Well, we'll be lucky if we're doing a show in 4 years if she wins.
It's gonna be the first either way. It's gonna be the first felon to be president, or it's gonna be the first fake black woman or woman.
Well, she is partially black, technically speaking, but she was raised Indian and didn't claim black until it was advantageous. Like, you know, she ran around.
I think I got some black in me. You know what I'm saying?
She ran around saying she was the first Indian this and the first Indian that for a really long time.
Because she thought that'd get her better off.
Well, it did. It got her to where she was, and then she needed that extra, like,
well,
she needed to pull the black card.
Yeah.
But she's not, like, she's just not good. She's so bad on so many levels. She's so anti-free speech, it just makes me sick. And then there's all sorts of other stuff about her that's annoying too, but I really don't want to delve too deep into just how much I don't like Kamala Harris. Or it'll be the whole show of me sitting here complaining about this fucking horrible woman.
But yeah, we'll find out. I guess we'll know by Friday, I guess.
I don't know, man. The way that they're doing a lot of this stuff, it's really sketchy. And they're talking about, Pennsylvania's talking it's going to be like 13 days before they know. And they're like the primary key swing state. So who the fuck knows, man? And you see they were like burning ballot drop boxes in like Oregon and Washington and shit. I think Arizona too. I don't know, man. It's bad. Things are bad. Things are really bad. But, I mean, I just hope that Bobby gets in there so that he can fix the food. Like, that is pretty appealing. Like, it's a good talking point. That almost alone is enough. Just between the food and the freedom of speech, I'm like, yeah, I guess I gotta vote for Trump. But yeah, hopefully we'll have answers by this next episode. By the next session of episodes, we'll be able to move on. I mean, you know, Civil War might have already broken out by the time we get back together.
Maybe.
Who knows?
But yeah, I think Last birthday's on the
7th or the 5th.
I thought it was the 4th.
What's going on, you little fucker? All right then.
Or the 11th? Leave the door open, fool. Maybe the 11th. I don't know. But it's coming up.
All right, then.
I'm
Well,
pretty sure it's Tuesday. I'm pretty sure it was the 4th.
everybody wish Mike a belated or not belated birthday. Just take a guess and say happy belated. You might be before his birthday. Like, I'm going to give you a happy belated birthday right now, Mike, even though I know your birthday hasn't happened yet.
I'm going to give you a happy pre-birthday, black ass, because I'm pretty sure it ain't been your birthday yet. I'm pretty sure.
He's calling it pre, I'm calling it belated. Hey, you can do that with Mike as well. Hit him up.
But
Let
yeah.
him know.
Hopefully your black ass is enjoying yourself down there. Look like you got good seats. Should be a good game.
Yeah, that you was jealous of your seat location.
I'm pretty much.
Man, they 10 rows back from the
I'm pretty
field.
much over football games live. I think they're just too damn loud for me.
Well, you and your fucked up ears. You got to rock earplugs when you go. You need the foam earplugs.
I definitely need earplugs next time I go to game.
Yeah.
I know that was one of my issues last time. It was loud as a motherfucker.
Well, the noise can make a big deal. Like, I remember when I was in California, I was at an ICP show, and they were really loud, and I saw somebody with earplugs, and I asked them where he got them, and they apparently in California, they have to have them at venues to hand out to people that request them. So I just went up to the bar and asked for earplugs, and they gave me earplugs, and I was like, fucking
I
A.
guess that would make sense because they're technically
Well, you gotta
above
be,
the decibels for fucking
right.
normal noisage.
you gotta be willing to protect people's hearing.
And safety-wise, they probably have to carry those and give them out freely to anybody who cares about hearing. From a safety standpoint, you know what I'm saying?
It actually is one of the few, I believe, California regulations that I thought made a lot of sense.
What?
What, you couldn't have come back 2 hours later?
Go look at the room.
Huh? What's wrong with you? Yeah, it is. Good. Hang out with your friends longer next time. Yeah, that's right. We be yelling at the children. Children's, hello there, children's.
Did I have anything written down? I fucked up my arm somehow yesterday. I don't fucking know.
Oh, yeah? My shoulder's been a little tweaked, so I raised the seat in the Bronco, and I think that helped.
Yeah, I don't think it's the
Center console armrest usually hurt me if I'm not careful.
shoulder injury. I don't know. I must have grabbed on something yesterday.
I see you over there rubbing your arm,
Yeah, it hurts. Hurts like hell.
and you don't know what you did?
No, I worked yesterday, but I don't remember doing
weren't-
nothing crazy.
That's why you should be a clean boot, dog. So you won't be hurting yourself all the time.
I can't deal with those stupid motherfuckers, man.
So what, you wanted to find, what song did you want? The What by the Police?
I think it's Who Can It Be?
Who Can It Be Now?
Yeah, I think that's the Police.
No, that's not the Police. That is,
I thought it was the Who, and
No.
the girl was like, Ole was like, that's definitely not the Who, motherfucker.
it's an Australian band, and I cannot think of their name.
She looked it up too. What the fuck was it? God damn it.
See, I want to think of it now, because I know it. It's an Australian band, and they're the ones that Vegemite sandwich. She just smiled and gave me
Yeah.
a Vegemite sandwich.
The fuck is their name?
I see, and I have the internet right at my fingertips, and I'm trying to use my brain to remember. It's one of these like simple terms, you know. Who can it be now? Ba, ba, da, wah, wah. Yeah, dude, that's
Oh man, it's the something.
yeah. I mean, I'm buckling and looking it up because I'm tired of trying to think about it.
I think it starts with an M.
Men at Work.
Man at Work. That's
Men at
it.
Work.
That's right. Fucking,
Yeah.
that's right. Because I was like, hell yeah, Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez bowling balls down the street.
Yeah,
That was a fun movie.
that joke. So I gotta try to find an instrumental for that.
Oh, dude, I've already got it. Hold on. It says original full instrumental.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dog. You know I come up with that shit on the YouTube.
Yeah, we got to set a mic in the corner. Run one take on this, see what it does. Tank love, fellas. Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, sir. Tank love. Get ready for it, ladies and gentlemen.
Taint Love.
Tank love.
That's the name of the song?
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming soon from the mind of Jew Unit, Taint Love to the classic Men at Work track, Who Can It Be Now? Stay tuned. We'll play it at not the following episode, not episode 900, but if we're lucky, it'll be episode 901. You'll get the premiere of Taint Love. It's got that taint love. I don't even want to venture a guess as to what the Jew is planning for this, but the giggles from the inside of his chest indicate that it's going to be something. The man has a plan.
Oh man, if I could kill it.
You got to sit down and write a couple things down, man. Think it out, plan it out.
Well, I might have to really write this, John, but I think that today is of course gonna be, fucking right off the dome. But this should be the next ball deep. But yeah, Taint Love.
You saying you got a balls deep in the mix too?
You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be like my next ball deep.
Oh, you're gonna do 5 takes to it?
Well, I'm gonna try to write it, so to say. Not do 12 takes like balls deep, Joe.
Right on.
But this is my other song. I didn't do too much effort into Jesse's Girl. You know what I mean? I apologize to all y'all for that.
You effort into the songs is not something that we
Not at
expect until you're actually in front of the microphone. Then you'll put in effort, and it will vary greatly the quality that comes out of you. But there's some serious potential there. You've got the chops.
But yeah, just the breakdown right here gets me. I'm sold with the breakdown because I got to get my sax in my phone and get my sax.
We can make a real video out of
We can
this.
see the luscious video of this motherfucker just throwing out a street, the sax is swinging. Just
See,
bumping.
and this is the kind of sax solo that you should learn on your sax, so that you can just be like, check this out. Y'all know this one?
Look what I can do. I know I need to try to find an extra day in the week
Dude, you ain't
so I
lying.
can fucking fit some lessons in.
I just want a couple extra hours. Can we bump hours to 26 a day so that I can sleep for 6 or 7 and do shit for the rest? I mean,
Yeah, it's
more
crazy.
time.
Like I'm working a lot now. Like we working 7 to. Last week I was working like 7 to 7, 7 to 5. So getting off, 5, 7 o'clock. That don't really give you.
7 to 5?
Yeah.
God damn, dog. They be work me, y'all.
And the other day we worked 7 to 7. And then we worked Saturdays. Yesterday we worked I worked 9 to 4 yesterday.
That's really whack. Is that why Lisa's not around? You had to work?
She got the kids.
Oh.
She came up. I think she came up Halloween because they were with their dad on just Halloween.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all did the Halloween party.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I
was
guess
last-
Halloween was Thursday.
Yeah, that was last weekend.
I got you. Yeah, I was
That wasn't
curious.
bad. Dick in the Box was a success. So
Yeah, you were happy with the way the Halloween party and the Dick in the Box went? Mm-hmm. Right on, man. Right on. And you didn't make Lisa mad at you?
nah,
That's good.
her friends were kind of
They were preoccupied?
they were being very judgmental, so to say, down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They were judging her or you?
Me.
You. What were you doing to be judged other than having a dick in a box? Because it's a Halloween party. You're supposed to dress up, right? So
Yeah,
it's-
no, they,
I'm saying it's hard to judge.
They feel that I wasn't giving Lisa all the attention she needs. I guess they looking for I guess everybody in Richmond some clingy ass motherfuckers.
I see.
So
Well, she could always move up here and be with you.
I guess the fact that I wasn't always just going up there, giving her a fucking kiss or a fucking hug every 5 fucking seconds, or holding her hand. Or,
So you weren't doting on her enough.
yeah, I guess not. I mean, we were side by side the whole fucking night, but it wasn't. I wasn't,
weren't affectionate
groping on her.
enough.
Yeah.
So did they relay this to her after the fact?
Yeah.
Where they were like, your
later
boyfriend-
on that day, not that day.
Your
but-
boyfriend's not
Yeah, he
affectionate
doesn't
enough.
love you like the queen you need to be loved as, you know what I mean? Like, y'all sit your gay asses down, you motherfucker. Like,
Hey, Lisa, you know what that is? Crabs in a barrel.
I said, these motherfuckers, I'm like, y'all, But that's, I mean, you know, that's not my kind of, that's not my MO. You
look,
know what I mean?
Richmond,
I'm not the clingy kind of guy.
but
like
Richmond is a city, but it's not a big city. It's really a small town, just like Roanoke or any other place in Virginia. Like there's like the Fairfax and end towards DC, that's its own entity in Virginia, and then there's like, I guess the Norfolk area you could call kind of big city-ish. Richmond's a city, but it ain't no goddamn like metropolis in a sense.
It's a lot of country.
Exactly. It's very small towny in the way that people live all over Virginia. Like, this is small town shit. Virginia is mostly small towns. And just because you're in a city in Virginia doesn't mean you're necessarily excluded from the small town bullshit.
Yeah, so.
And you're just dealing with small town bullshit.
Yeah, so.
It's small mentality.
She had two of her friends tell her that shit. So I was
Hey.
like, well, I'm gonna tell you, girl, like, I don't.
So she, well, we've already gone too far. You know.
I'm not the kind of guy, like I said, that's gonna be clinging all over you all the time, you know what I mean? She know that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, tell her friends to shut the fuck up. Like, look, if y'all are happy, stay together. If you're not, don't. Like, that's the way relationships should be. Like, have a happy relationship or don't have that relationship with somebody. Like, if the person makes you happy, who gives a shit what other people think about you and that person? Fuck your friends. You know? If they're sitting there and you're like beating the shit out of her or something and they're like, you should leave him, like, yeah, I would tend to agree, right? But if you're just like, if you're just not like smoochy enough during the 14 minutes that they see you together and they want to judge you on that, get the fuck out of here. Have faith in your friend to make a judgment for themselves. Like, I like you and Lisa enough that if y'all want to be together, I'm like, hey, great. If you don't want to be together, I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know, like, y'all, I trust y'all's judgment in yourselves to decide if you want to be together or not, without some douchebag friends being like, oh, I'm sorry, you're not lovey-dovey enough.
But I don't know.
Girl, did he get you a gift? Did he bring you a gift?
I was fucked up the other night, so much fucked up, but I was sleeping and I fucking twitched and ended up even like either open hand fucking slapping her or fucking like punching her. Like, she was laying on my chest, and I just twitched and fucking caught her right in the side of the temple in the middle of the fucking night. And she was like, fucking, fuck, you know what I mean? That hurt like a motherfucker. And then fucking she woke up next day with a headache. And I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't catch you in the eye or nothing like that. You would have been all fucking bruised up.
Jesus Christ, bro. So you're not violent in when you're awake.
I twitch, no, I twitch, so I don't know what the fuck.
It's because you got that nervous system all fucked up from eating asbestos and shit, man. You're fucking a mess. You're a goddamn mess.
I got that going for me. But yeah, I was like, damn, girl, I'm so glad I didn't catch you like in the eye or nothing like that. Fucking like, you know, leave you a big ass mark. I was like, they would never be able to explain that.
Yeah.
Boyfriend beat me up sleeping last night. Yeah, sure he did.
Yeah.
I mean, the angry guy.
I had to fall down the stairs at that point. That's how I fell down the stairs.
Yeah, you get something else. We got a backup plan on that.
Yeah, you actually have to lie about
Truth's
that.
not going to set you free.
Yeah. That one's going to have to
lie
be
detector. These motherfuckers, you have to have a lie detector on site when you tell this story. Oh, it was fucking 2:37. That motherfucker was dreaming about whooping somebody's ass or something. Because all of a sudden, I just got midnight punched out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, you say you were twitching. Like, I
I
believe
woke up, was like, what the fuck? Like, goddamn.
I believe it, man. You seem like the kind of motherfucker to be twitching.
But yeah, I was like, fuck. But we'll see. I gotta try to still fuck around about that damn truck.
What, you trying to fix the truck again?
I don't know, man. I want to keep the truck because a couple reasons, you know. I don't need a car payment in that sense for it to just sit on its ass. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you would have to get another one.
Everyday, yeah, but I'm saying, so for me to get another one, it's not my everyday use. So I can't really see myself with a $200, $300 some odd payment for a truck that's going to really sit there on each tree, except for 8 minutes on a Saturday when I take it to the dump. You know what I mean? The main thing I need for now is getting fuel back and forth for the heat, the diesel and shit right up the road. You know what I mean?
You get the off-road diesel.
I get the off-road diesel instead of having to order it from place, ordering 150 gallons minimum. You know what I mean? I can go up to the store and get 30, 40 gallons at a time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Set me over. But that's the main reason why I need the truck for now. And then summertime be the boat. That's the only reason why I really need the truck. But I can't see justifying like a payment and then the insurance.
Well, I'm not
for the
even
motherfuckers just to sit there. You know?
I'm not even saying you should necessarily go out and get a payment vehicle. You should save up $2,000 or $1,500 and go buy a truck.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You know
so I'm
what
gonna
I
buy a
mean?
used truck with fucking
with problems.
You
Right,
know what I mean? So
right.
what the fuck? I got that now. You know what I mean?
You got to find a better used truck, but do that before you get rid of this used truck. You know what I'm saying? Because you got no payments on it, so you could start saving money. Keep driving it as much as you can. But dude, what you're talking about is structurally unsound, unsafe. The frame sounds like it rotted out to me. If what you're saying, the bolts that hold the leaf springs in place can't maintain.
They're saying that everybody's saying that my leaf springs are like jumping, but the U-bolts are still, all that shit is still connected.
So they're all connected to the
everything that I see is connected. The only thing that's not connected, there's this little fucking spring with a clip, like 2 inches long by like 1 inch wide. I'm like, there's no way that's holding the entire everything. I don't know what the fuck it came from. I don't know where it went to. I don't know where it goes. That obviously rusted off of something. It's near where the fucking tire thing is, you know what I'm saying? But which side of the truck and what it actually goes to, I don't know. But it's got a spring on it. So to me, that's moving any fucking way, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just noticed that when I went under looking underneath that all the fucking the bearings and the bolts and the fucking all the other shit. Cause I thought it was originally in the front, but my boy's like, nah, that shit. The leaf springs are physically like jumping.
Well, there's clips that are supposed to hold the leaf springs together, and if those have rotted away,
yeah, those are the little.
There's things that are
right on the leaf spring because there's like 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, I have that. I have those there. Right, and the gap's the same between leaf spring to leaf spring on both sides. So they're like, my boy's like, well, that can't be it. And sometimes they bend or they warp or they're fucked up. You know what I mean? But the gap's the same. The clips on there, the U-bolts on there that connects to the wheel bearing.
How much you paid for this truck when you got it?
I paid $500 for the truck.
So you've gotten your money out of the truck.
I've been got my truck, and that is the longest vehicle I've owned in my life right there. I've probably been through 9 fucking vehicles
while you've had that truck.
I've had that truck.
Yeah.
And I can get in that motherfucker and start it up right now. I can drive it to the store, but it's gonna make a lot of motherfucking noise and racket.
Well, so you just been having your buddies look at it.
This is the dude who looked at it when he came pick me up. And that's when he was telling me, like when he came pick me up beside the road when it broke down. I drove it and he was like, yeah, the leaf springs are fucking doing all this.
You need to take it to somebody that knows what they're looking at.
That's what I'm gonna do.
And let them assess it and tell you it needs X, Y, and Z, and it's going to cost you $600 and $900.
And I wonder how much life I got in the frame. If I go somewhere and Tuesday tells me you got about a year out of that frame, to this part's rusted, this part's rusted, this part's rusted, but dude tells me everything looks pretty good, mine's a rust, you know what I mean?
Well,
you probably got 10 years.
It's going to fail inspection because of frame structure.
Well, I don't have to worry about inspection no more.
Yeah, but you don't want to drive something that doesn't have the structure of
that's what I'm
the
saying.
frame.
Now I got to make sure it's good, decent enough to where I can still get another 10, 5 years out of that motherfucker. And then if it is the case, and they're talking about fixing the back strut only be $500 to $1,000, then...
Well, the other point would be if the vehicle has the frame that it could last, then like what you could do is accept spending more money on it. Like if it's gonna be a vehicle that's gonna be sound.
Then I'm gonna ask you about throwing an engine in that motherfucker too. Like I'm like, fuck it, if you're doing all that, whatever. I'll give you $4,000. What the fuck can I get for $4,000? You know what I mean?
Well, don't lead with that. Ask
I'm not gonna lead with that, but that's what I'm saying.
Like
if he tells me the frame's got a lot more life than I think it does, then I'm like, all right, well, let's rebuild this motherfucker pretty much. What are you looking at? You know what I mean? I got 4 Gs. You know what I mean?
Right.
He could probably get the motor.
You could buy a motor for that thing.
And I could do the back.
$1,300 out of a fucking...
Yeah, I could probably put a whole motor in time and labor, probably, and jump probably $2,000, $2,500 probably. I would think.
I think $4,000 total is roughly what you should be expecting to spend. I think you're probably likely to spend more if you want to do it really nicely, But if you're just trying to get it done bare bones, you could get it done for 4 or less. But I would expect 4 to 5 to get it done in a way that's going to make it
That's what I was kind of thinking.
long term. Like, okay, this is another 10 years I can drive this truck, and it's going to be reliable enough to go out and turn it on and shit. Because like you said, you got to make sure that all that stuff, the running gear, the suspension, all that shit, that all of the things that are there are going to be good enough if you put something better anywhere.
So that's where I'm at. But like I said, then I'm real hesitant on buying someone else's junk because I'm literally buying someone else's junk. And no one's gonna be straight up and be like, yo, this transmission I think is getting ready to go out in like 800 miles. They're gonna sell you the goddamn thing.
Well,
it's a great car. You know what I mean? Just so you buy it. Even after you buy the motherfucker and sign the title, you can still be like, all right, so what's really wrong with this motherfucker? Now that it's mine.
Yeah.
Why are you getting rid of it, motherfucker? And they're not gonna. No one's ever gonna be like, well, the reason why I'm getting rid of it because this fucking thing's a piece of shit.
People do some dirtbag shit, but like you would have to be not in a rush to buy another truck.
That's what I'm saying.
You'd have to look at one. Once you find one you like, have a couple of your friends come look at it. Say, hey, come look at this. I'll come look at it. Have, whoever else you know that does stuff like this come look at it. Like, let a committee look at your next used vehicle in the regard of like a truck, so that you don't end up with just another of what you've already got.
Yeah, the first thing I need to do really is just take that in somewhere and see what actually wrong with the motherfucker. That's step one, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, so get that done, and then you can plan for the rest of it. Because if you're working as many hours you're talking about working, dog, you can have some extra scratch laying around, you go out there and buy a used truck. But like, at the same time, you talk about you don't want a payment, you might want to consider it, because pretty decent older used trucks do come through. Like, I might hit you up, be like, look, there's one here for $9,000. It's a good truck. Come buy it. You know what I mean? And you buy that shit for $9,000, you pay $250 a month for 3 years.
that's doable.
Or whatever.
That might be doable.
You know what I'm saying?
You give them 4 or 5 straight up, and then fucking. That's the other thing. Yeah.
Right. I don't think that's something you should not consider, but I know you love the truck, so if doing a motor swap in it is something that it could actually accept and would be all right, which I'm skeptical of, because that roof, motherfucker, you done ruined that roof.
Yeah, but
with
the
your
roof ain't got
ladder.
nothing to do with nothing,
Nah,
bro.
it's got plenty to do with everything. Like, the roof is an important factor in a vehicle. Like,
It's got the exterior part of the roof, you know what I mean? It just fucking got a bevel
fact
for
you-
fucking aerodynamics.
the fact putting that ladder on there hasn't cracked your windshield yet, I mean, you're a madman. You're an absolute madman. But
You just gotta know how to strap it.
right, like I think that what you would need to realize is the different tiers of vehicles. Like, if you go out and buy a $2,000 used vehicle, you're definitely going to have a bunch of work to do to it. You go out, you buy a $9,000 used vehicle, you're going to have a lot less work to do, but you're still going to have some
Still
to
has
do.
to work, yeah.
There's going to be maintenance and things to do, and most of it's probably going to be all right per se, depending on what it is. But like, what you want though. Like, you want a vehicle that you can throw a bucket of shit at and you're like, whatever, it's just my $500 truck. Which is the only reason that I'm like, if you could swap out a motor into that thing and get another 5 or 10 years out of it and have it be a good, like, that's probably your best bet for what you want
That's what I'm
out
thinking.
of that vehicle.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because like I said, it's not an everyday truck. And then it's like, all right, well, so making it every day, but then I got the other car that's
Hey,
already did sitting around.
There's football on, and I'm so in favor of girls volleyball.
I just saw that, but I don't know, like, what are we doing here?
Look it. There's girls volleyball on, dude. And
All right, we'll
girls
take it.
volleyball is over the Redskins game to me.
That's what we're supposed to be watching.
Are you on? But you're not on Fox. You're on ESPN.
All right, yeah. So it's gonna be all right, yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to turn on the Redskins game, I ain't gonna get mad at you.
I ain't
but
worried
I ain't
about
gonna get mad at you if
Yeah.
you leave on girls volleyball.
Yeah, I ain't worried about it. Well, fucking yeah, I don't give a shit.
You know how we do around here. Girls volleyball
Yeah.
typically takes precedent if the television is on. We ain't had a TV in this bitch for so long. You've been so diligently opposed to cable television, and here we are now. Last couple of weeks, we've had television on with like football.
And now it's beach volleyball time, or now it's volleyball time,
Indoors girl volleyball, which
which
is
it is the season.
tis the season,
Tis
and
the season.
tis one of my favorite
Hey.
things to witness.
Ass grabbing,
Yeah, they grab each other's booties, they slap each other on the ass.
good game it.
They bend over and like you just sit there and there's like 4 20-year-olds bent over. It's a wonderful
So,
thing.
What if all Chick-fil-A people workers are fucking like aliens. Wasn't 30 Rock from the Sun? Weren't all those motherfuckers aliens? Or was it just a dude?
No, it was. It was a family of aliens pretending to be humans.
All right, so-
Third Rock from the Sun.
3rd Rock from the Sun. So could all Chick-fil-A people be aliens? That's why they're so happy and smile all the time?
I don't think all, because I think that there are real people, but I think that a group of aliens could be running Chick-fil-A's, and there could be any number, like I think up to 70-80% of the people working at a Chick-fil-A could be this group of aliens. But I think that
And was that Dave on the Snapchat and on the gram I sent to y'all?
Yeah. That was
Dave,
our
all right.
boy Dave.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. You found more Dave of the. I think he tried to play us with that same trick, where like, how come this water doesn't show the whatever?
Oh, I don't
it's
know what he was talking
no,
about.
it's
All
the
I know is
sky.
I just seen Dave. I'm like, there he is.
He was camera tricking them dudes. Like he was like, why does this water not show a barrier or whatever? I can't remember exactly what he said. And they were like, well, because of blah, 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 blah. And he was like, all right, wait, don't stop looking. And he rotated it. He gave it a 180-degree flip, and it was just like, no, that's what it was. He was talking about it was sky, and it turned out it was just water. He was like looking at like a bathtub or an ocean or some shit. I can't remember what it was.
Damn it, Dave.
But he was fucking with these dudes. And I was like, look at this dude. He's out here. He's trying to fuck with everybody.
We gotta get Zoom back together.
You want to get what back
We need to
together?
get Zoom back together.
Well, you could fucking pay for Zoom every month and we don't
need to get
use
some
it.
kind of something that we can
Because I
talk to
did
people.
that shit. Like, yes, I would like to get something going to have people come on with that, but like, it only works but so well.
Can you not?
I think that
Can you
Google,
hook your phone?
I think Google Meet could do the trick. I think Apple FaceTime could do the trick.
That's what I'm saying. Is there any way we could FaceTime that motherfucker on the like? If we could FaceTime it and then AirPlay it to the TV.
On your TV?
So then he'd be talking, and then your phone would be hooked up to the equipment recording it, the vocalage, right?
Right.
Essentially, and then you could almost just put a camera at the TV.
If I could AirPlay my TV and have just a camera pointed at the TV and AirPlay my phone onto your TV while using the audio off the phone into the system, that could work.
But it may not work for everybody if they don't have an iPhone.
Right.
So like we had to figure out like what Brandon's doing.
I think AirPlay, iPhone FaceTiming would work the best. But I also think that maybe Google Meet would do the trick, which I think is free. So I don't know. Like I've done Google Meeting things for like a job a couple years ago on the phone, and it worked fairly well, but it was just like audio. And I think that if we did like one of our computer, like my iPad or whatever, set up with Google Meet, that could do the trick pretty nicely. But I don't know. You know, and there's not enough like people to bring on. Like I don't have the time to fucking sit here and scrounge up guests and all that kind of shit to Zoom on or whatever. If I did have that time, I'd be like, fuck it, yeah, Zoom's a good $15 or whatever. But
Yeah, we don't talk to people like that. But
yeah, we don't bring in enough people.
I like to holler at Kyle about the goddamn leg still.
Oh yeah, we'll set that up. We'll get Kyle on here soon.
And then it's been a minute since we talked to our boy Brandon over yonder.
Yeah, Mike was talking to him somehow through some
Cytogram.
one of his sources. And yeah, we could work something out with these guys.
But yeah, minus having that shit or paying for that shit for just anybody and nobody to hit us up and be like, yeah, let me get on that joint,
Yeah.
which hardly ever happens. It's not feasible for that.
Well, and like I'd set it up for a month and put somebody on, and then drop it again. Like I just did
That's to
that.
say, if we could line up like 3 or 4 people in the same month, and then you
Yeah.
could sign up for that month,
Yeah.
and maybe do a free trial. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
be like, bam, bet.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
That'd be the hot lick too. But
Well, like I just did that with Netflix. I bought Netflix for the month so I could watch the Tyson fight.
oh, that's this month. Right, this month.
Yeah, a couple weeks. And I immediately, like the next day, it was like, can you verify your phone number? And I was like, yeah, I can. And it took me into this like web page And I could see my membership, and I was like, let me see the membership. And it was like all the way down to the bottom. You want to cancel it? And I was like, yeah, let me cancel it. And they were like, well, you'll have it all the way to December 1st. And I was like, that's exactly what I want.
That's all I need.
And it was like, why are you doing this? And I was like, Tyson fight, I want to watch. I literally did other as my reason and wrote in Tyson fight. I don't need this for more than a month.
Yeah, I did that with, before I bought YouTube TV, I did that with a lot of those virus plans. Because I figured that one streaming app that I'll be doing, the problem is it'd be shooting me too many viruses.
Yeah.
So I wanted to I started like 3 or 4 free trials on virus deleting what they said they fucking was. But all they did was just scan a bunch of shit in the what I had prior to it. And then I did load the app and it still come up with fucking those same pop-ups which I think were the virus shit. So I'm like, all right, this one don't work. So then I start the other one, free trial. Yeah, yes please. You know what I mean? And then it don't work. All right, cancel.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta,
like, God damn it. Like,
some of this stuff you just gotta bite the bullet and pay for some of this stuff if you want it.
yeah, that's what I just said. You know what? Fuck it. Let me just sign up for that YouTube shit.
Yeah.
Because my boy was like, you can watch everything on that motherfucker. But I think that's just additional packages you gotta pay for like the other shit. But I don't watch.
Yeah, there's a lot of different tiers, and like I got the most expensive Netflix one, so that it didn't have ads or whatever, and because they were like, you could get a cheap one with ads, and I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, I might, like I said, I might cancel it in the summertime again, because there's not really nothing. I mean, beach volleyball will be about the only goddamn sport wise that I'll be watching.
Girls beach volleyball.
Yeah, during the
some pretty good shit.
During the fucking, I guess, the summer and the spring months, but that's not worth me paying fucking $70 a month just to watch, a game of beach volleyball.
Right.
Yeah.
I would pay for like the league pass of girls beach volleyball if they put out like ACC league pass girls beach volleyball.
I'm sure
I could pay $20 a month or whatever. And have
if not, you can buy ESPN for the month. You know what I mean? And they'll play every damn sport on there. You know what I mean? But I'm sure there's a volleyball pass. It's gotta be.
Yeah, I want college girls volleyball pass. That's the shit right
Beach
there.
volleyball.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take this. This is all right. Like, they wear the shorts when they're inside. But beach volleyball, 2-on-2 girls volleyball it's pretty prime. It's prime action right there.
Yeah.
Don't get much better than that, y'all. If it's a sport I'm picking to watch. I know most guys are gonna pick football or basketball or whatever. I'm picking girls beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Fuck the bullshit.
I like indoor course because there's more bitches to look at.
Yes.
And it can be a little bit more live action than 2-on-2 because there's less court for motherfuckers to fucking hit the ball over to.
Yeah, so
you see more
it can be
volleyball
pretty good competition.
More chicks, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when they start getting in a tournament and shit. Them
More
bitches start
girls,
balling.
more competition. It's a good time. I fully condone girls beach volleyball. Big fan. I mean, shit, man, I've still been talking about making a fucking league out of that shit. Yo, Big Steve, where you been at, man? You just getting single, dog? Holla at your boy. Come through for the show.
I gotta do fucking, I've been fucking doing, change one tire earlier. I already got that swapped out. I already sent the other one. And I'm trying to get that bitch inspected.
The truck?
The car.
Oh, you're on the car now, too.
Yeah, the car died last month. I know I needed 2 tires. I don't need brakes. They do that squeal and shit just because the fucking little clip, or not the clip, but the little back plate, like fell off immediately. And so they squeal when I hit them. But if they don't check that, if they're checking just the thickness of the pads, then they'll still pass. Because they're brand new pads, they just squeal. Because like I said, the plate.
The little spring thing that holds it in place?
Yeah, the little back plate that's got the 2 little fucking thing. I try to bend them and try to hold it on there. It holds them, but it still moves. I'm like, God damn it. But it moved like damn near fresh out the package, like, because they started fucking. I bought them and I drove for like a week.
Yeah, man, you have a hell of a time.
I never used the lube. I've never put grease lube on my brakes ever.
Well, there's like a silent liquid you can like soak them in that helps.
Well, I've never, like I said, I've never done any of that shit. I put them on, so I was like, fuck it, let me buy that grease, and let me fucking, maybe that grease is the reason why. So when I took them off, that's when the fucking plate fell off. As soon as I fucking took the wheel off, I'm like, all right, well, let me just kind of try to put it back on there. So they've been squealing ever since.
Should have been the back plate, like the metal plate in the brakes. It's not entirely necessary.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't even think I need this
if
motherfucker.
It's gonna be
you know what I
squealing.
mean?
You'd probably be better served to not have it be there.
Well, I just bought new fucking pads today because I was like, well, I'm already taking the tire off anyways.
Well, yeah, I'm saying like I would ditch the backing plate.
So yeah, well, I just bought, like I said, I bought whole new pads for it, so I got to do that after this and oil change.
Well,
So-
goddamn, ladies and gentlemen. With that said, I'm gonna have to bring this episode of the Mason and Friends show to a close. I'd like to thank you so very much for listening. We'd like to encourage you to listen to old episodes, well as new episodes. Like, share, subscribe. Keep grinding on the shit you're trying to get done, because that's how things get done. Be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick. And don't forget, we love you very much. Wish you nothing but the best. And peace be with you.
Peace.